Good afternoon, DC Ranch golfers. This is Dick Highland on Saturday, and it is the 27th of January. A couple things I've got to get across to you today if I can, as it has to do with some dates that are very important. So keep your eye on 4Ts in the next couple of weeks to stay abreast of it. I would also like to just remind our folks who use the push carts. And so we've seen some folks taking the push carts in places that we would prefer that you don't. So I'm just going to go over the couple of things that are really, really important. And these cart rules, and there aren't many, like 4 of them, are on the face of the cart. So let's just talk about this. The push cart's got to stay at least 20 yards from around all greens. So not on the collars, certainly not on the greens, and around the bunker. So 20 yards, that would be great. They're not to cut across any part of any practice area complex. They're not up on the tees, so please keep them on the cart paths as much as you can. And then turf on the south short game practice area, please just take a couple clubs and go practice your short game. That would be great. We want to try and keep the push carts where they belong, and we certainly want you to use the push carts because that's a great way to play the game if you prefer not to walk and to carry. A couple other things. Okay, here we go, folks. Slow play. We've all committed that we would play in 4 hours or less, and yet sometimes we see that players are not to the tee on time to start their round or their 9, and they make the turn and they're at 2 hours and 10 minutes or something like that. And when they get to their 10th tee or their first tee, you know, they're trying to squeeze in. That's not the way we do things around here, folks. We're committed to 2 hours or less to make the turn. That way the afternoon can start on time at 12 o'clock promptly, that there aren't any discussions on 1 and 10. And certainly, if you can imagine this, that you've got 3 family members out here and you're hoping to play a 4-hour round and you've got a late tee time that day. If we play a 4-hour and 20-minute round, you don't finish your round, and we are mostly disappointed in that. So please keep in mind, 4 hours or less. Everybody plays by the same rules. Everybody plays as fast as they possibly can. A couple other things. This coming Monday, we have our ladies one-day member guest. We've done a nice job in selling that out. It's a 12:30 shotgun start, so that's well done for the ladies. The Couples Club Championship is Saturday and Sunday, February 3rd and 4th, with the 1st and 10th tee start, starting at 12 o'clock. We still have some spaces open, so please bring your spouse and let's have some fun with this couples member guest. The ladies steeplechase, and I'll get into more of that in just a second. Again, I said that was this coming Monday, 12:30 start. The Waste Management Open, there you go, that's what I was looking for. TPC is Scottsdale. The circus is in town February 5th through the 11th. If you've never been to a tournament, as I said the last message, you might want to go if you can get there. There'll be hundreds of thousands of people, and it is quite the show. The Valentine's Day couples event only has a couple more team spots available, and that's for February the 18th, which is a Sunday. So what I was talking about is, and you can expect to see this in the next little while, next couple of weeks, but this is the reminder that Jason put out for the Ladies Desert Diamond Classic. The tournament is scheduled from Monday, March 18th through Thursday, March 22nd, using the match play format. This is the important thing. Registration starts on 4 tees on Thursday, February 1st at 7:30 a.m. The deadline for registration is Thursday, February 29th at 5 p.m. So it doesn't have to be a race to the phone too early. You've got some time. The field size is limited to 60 teams, and that would be our goal for this Desert Diamond Classic 2024. Now, for the guys, the roundup is scheduled for April 18th through the 20th. The second member guest is May 2nd through the 4th. Consider this notice. You're save the date, and then you'll keep looking on 4Ts for the member guest information and then invitations. So member tenure will be used to break the field to 60 teams if needed. There is no race to sign up right away, and the registration starting date begins Friday, February 16th at 7:30 a.m., but you don't need to race to your phone at that point. The deadline ends on Wednesday, February 28th at 5 p.m. Members may only sign up for the Roundup or the Stampede, but not both. 60-man teams fill the field. Submitting your entry does not guarantee a spot in the tournament. If there are more than 60 entries, teams will be determined based on tenure as a golf member. The final team list of accepted entries will be published at noon on Saturday, February 24th. So please pay attention to these messages that are going to be coming out. The guys have spent a lot of time. The golf committee has supported the 60-team max. So let's have some fun with all these member guests coming up. I've got a club in my hand, and I had some people send me a note saying, hey, we don't understand as a right-handed golfer what a closed club face is, a square club face is, or an open club face at the top is. So let's start with a square club face. So at the top of your swing as a righty, as I try and balance this club, can you see that the toe of the club hangs straight down, and this is balanced on my hand? When as a righty, the face is pointing up to the sky, do you see that? That face is closed, so that means that if nothing changes, when it gets down to impact, that face is going to be closed and that ball's going left. And then conversely, if we see that the face turns under, that's an open club face for a righty, and that means that a shot could go with a little bit of a fade to the right or a push block to the right. So we're just showing you what that is. We want you to understand what a square club face is, because we want the club face to be square at impact, right? And so this club face, this determines where the ball is going to start relative to your target line, and we want this club face, as it's soled on the ground, to sit flat, and when the club face comes through, it's pointed directly at your target line. If it's coming in this way, in all likelihood that ball is going to go to the right, and if it comes in, even though it comes in inside out and that club face is left, it's going to go to the left. So just be careful. If you need any more advice, just come find one of your PGA professionals. Have a great day.